Hey there, folks. Is there a window open, by the way? If any of you have one open, even if you're listening. Hi everybody. You can hear me. I'm saying words, and you can hear them. It's that easy. All right, we're about to begin for real. All right, in 30, 29, 28. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm May Wilkerson.
May Wilkerson, so good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Keith?
I'm doing all right, thanks. A little technical difficulties over here for a minute, but I'm pleased to be talking to you. I'm pleased to see everybody here. Of course, we're live. May Wilkerson is one of the greatest comedians I've ever heard. That's the goddamn truth. She has a podcast called All My Only Children, and
Sure do.
the title has to be, I assume, a little negative. What are the struggles of being an only child? And I have to think. I had four siblings, but if I was raised the same way with the same parents and I was an only child, that would have been torture. That at least at the end of the night, with it's a weird comparison, but I don't know if I'm exaggerating. That at the end of the day, it's almost like the end of being at war for the day and being like, hey, all that shit happened, right, brothers and sister? That really happened, and we could, right? We're not crazy, okay? And we're gonna do it again tomorrow, right? Okay. That I had that was a blessing. What is that? What's so terrible about being an only child or nobody to talk to?
That's probably yeah. I think you nailed it. It's just yeah. We all need a little committee,
Right.
as we move through the world of people to kind of weigh in and help us feel like what's normal, what's not normal, in terms of parents, but also in terms of ourselves. Like nobody was kind of pointing to me and being like, why are you doing that? That's weird. You can't do that out there. So then I
Right.
just went out there and then I'm doing that thing. And, eventually somebody hopefully tells you.
What hit you? What can you remember that hey, I wasn't supposed to do this at school or with friends?
I think, um, I think just like kind of being a little too like controlling of my circumstances and expecting things to go a certain way and
Okay.
then not being able to really like let go when they don't go that way.
Okay.
That was a tough kind of wake up call for me when I was in college and after college of just being like, oh, especially when you have roommates. When your first time living with other people your age is roommates, and you're like, wait a
Mm,
second, what? Why is this happening? Like, you're not washing the dishes. That should
right.
be illegal, but there, there's
Right.
no one to enforce that. So now I just have to stew over this. And how do I tell someone that I want them to wash the dishes? It's like you can't just say it. You have to create some kind of like plan.
Is
But
it
just in general,
is it rude of a parent to only have one child?
no, I don't think so because having siblings can turn out pretty badly for people as well. You had four, so that's great because then it's like the chances of some of them being great are higher.
Right. I think that's what my dad was hoping. He's like, all right, let's try another one that might respect me. And it really never worked out. You can hear the other times May was on, like any guest, keithandthegirl.com/May Wilkerson. just the other day. I was going through a / Gilbert Gottfried jag. So take a look. Anybody that you like, see if they have a slash over there. We do have to talk about the end of the world. I mean, the debates last night. And it seems all my friends were smarter than me. They either didn't watch it all or left in like 20 minutes. Liz, for example, left in 20 minutes. Biden didn't even last 20 minutes. She couldn't take 20 minutes. She started watching The Bear. She found it less anxiety inducing. Did you watch it live at all?
You just mentioned the two most anxiety producing shows on
Right.
television. I did not watch. I thought that it was going to be too stressful. And I was like, I'll just read the news tomorrow. But then I read the news today and I've never seen more stressful news. It was like the media is supposed to just report on what happened. And everyone at the media today was like, we're freaking out. I'm freaking out. Are you freaking out? Everyone's
Yeah.
freaking out. It was like, what is happening?
So I did see it live. I saw the whole thing. Very, very depressing. When you see the clips the next day, do you think people are exaggerating? Do you think, oh, you just took a picture of Biden where he happened to look like an unwrapped mummy? Do you think the world's like, again, that they're exaggerating? But I saw it and they weren't. And it was that crazy for 90 minutes. What did you think when you saw the news?
I believe it, everything at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's like these two people are exaggerate. It's like they are both caricatures of bad presidents,
Right.
and they continue to kind of go that extra mile.
Well, and I see rating in chat right now is Liz and saying, "What can I tell you? I like myself." Yeah, it was the most. First of all, I like both candidates, but I think we need somebody older. That's probably the problem. What the fuck? They're worried about a starting age limit. How about an age? I don't care if it sounds ageist. You should be alive for the policies you're going to implement in the future, and maybe 80's too fucking old. Not that Trump's any
I guess
younger,
so.
but come on, what are we doing?
I still like that it's 35. I just think that more things should have an age limit of 35. Like, just everyone should just shut up and stay home until they turn 35.
Dating, anything. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing before 35? You go, keep cooking.
I remember when I saw the vice presidential debate between Biden and whoever when Obama was running. And I remember thinking, this guy is great. Maybe Biden should be president. And here we are now, and I'm like, man, time is a motherfucker. It showed. I saw Biden on screen. It showed live, of course, on the bottom right. When I watched it, I'm like, are you just trying to tell me he is? He's alive. Like what? Biden came. Obviously, I'm Team Biden as opposed to Trump. Biden. As soon as Biden came out, I audibly said, watching alone, "Oh boy, oh boy." Like I don't follow C-SPAN 2 and all this stuff. I didn't know that's what he looks like and that's what he sounds like, normally. That
Yeah.
it did shock me. It really did shock me. They both look like
But
crypt
he
keepers.
had a cold. He had a cold. I mean, when you have a cold, you lose the ability to formulate sentences, right?
Are they saying that?
They're saying he had a cold, yeah.
Oh, no. The fuck?
It's like, so below your nose, take a Dayquil.
Go for the stuttering angle or something, Even that wouldn't make any sense, though. Oh, my God.
So true.
Just say it's past their bedtimes.
Yeah, or like say he had COVID. I mean, you have
Right.
There's worse ailments that he could have had that maybe would convince us.
Yeah, I see Courtney rating he has a stutter. This is some fucking stutter, okay? And we have seen him talk before. And he had a stutter, when I saw him run again as a vice president so many years ago. Biden would go for a cough, and you can, like, hear him telling himself, like, don't let this cough kill me. His hands was, he had to think about it. He had to let it out, and that was like 30 seconds in. I honestly thought, like, if Biden died on stage, is that good news for our team? You could. I mean, so
know.
not to confuse anybody, if you brought him out on a stretcher, I'm more on this team. I'm more, it's obviously more. It's not just a person. It's a, it's a whole ideology that you're following and that you're into. And I'm like, I don't know. How do we? Is it too late to get somebody else in there? They're acting like I know Democrats, those in charge, are saying, no, we didn't even debate if somebody else should take over at this point. You didn't debate it. Stop calling us stupid. You didn't debate it. So somebody said, hey, maybe we should have a what? 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 Did you see what I saw? What? No, Kamala doesn't know if she should get ready to start doing speeches or she has to look in the help wanted ads. Yeah, of course you fucking debated about it.
It's tough.
It was. I started. I don't know if you saw in any clips you saw. If you're able to see, it was funny and funny. I mean, sad to watch them how they looked when the other one was talking, and Biden especially when he wasn't talking, he looked like he was hung over, holding the stage to stay upright until it was his turn again. What Trump should have done is anytime Biden said something, Trump should go, when it's his turn, your rebuttal, and Trump should go, what? What the fuck did he say? What? He did at one point. He goes, I don't even know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows either. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. That happened. But I would have done it the whole fucking time. I don't know how to respond, Bob. What did he say? I'll talk to you. I'll debate you, the interviewer.
How are we looking at Donald Trump as the more sane and coherent person on that stage?
I mean,
that is
right.
Insane.
How
did this happen?
Right. I mean, it was the first fucking round of back and forth, and Biden couldn't find the words to. It's like right away, and you know, as a stand-up comic, how you can get in your own head, right? And in a second feels like a minute, and then maybe you think, at least this happens to me once in a blue moon, where I'm thinking, okay. Well, that just paused. All right, why am I thinking to myself? Well, the more you think about it, the more you're just going to get fucked up. You know the song, just sing it. And that can fuck. So I know that happened to Biden. And he's like, oh, fuck, right away I'm fucking stuttering and stumbling. Shit. You know? And then of course it didn't get better. And then they're trying
Never
to
have I ever seen a stand-up lose the ability to speak.
Right.
And not regain it back during their set.
And the Democrats are saying...
Like, we all get nervous. We all have a moment. And
right.
then you come back.
And even Kamala was like, Biden had a slow start.
He doesn't even have to get laughs.
Right. He's trying to... They're trying to trick us, though. Like, for people that did quit 10, 20 minutes in because it's embarrassing, they're like, yeah, it was a slow start. It got better later. It didn't get better later. It didn't get better ever. What the fuck are you taking? Trump should go, I'd like to yield my full 90 minutes to Sleepy Joe. What the fuck? And
you might be the only person that watched the whole thing.
I'm the only person that watched the whole thing, right? And Biden loves being cut off, by the way. Usually these people go over time and they're like, let me make a final point, fuck your rules. And but Biden would be like, blah, 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 blah. And somebody go, all right, you're out of time. And then Biden would go, by the way, and just stare like, well, I just heard I'm out of time. Okay. It's like he's hoping he gets cut off. And if a moderator would like clear their throat and Biden's like, oh, sorry, what were you saying? You had something to say? It was the saddest fucking thing. And it was so, Biden looked like, when Trump talked, Biden looked like he was watching TV. It really didn't look like he was there. Trump's bringing up that the left wants abortions after birth. Biden was so not there that he didn't even think like, hey, should I mention that we don't do abortions after somebody's born? He brought up Roe versus Wade. He said Roe versus Wade had 3 trimesters in it. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Wells. Oh, Wells. I was watching, I'm thinking, what is Obama doing right now? You know what I mean? Do me a favor. I don't know if there's a lag or something, but if you can log out and come back in, and I'll just keep bitching for a second. It was just disgusting. It was sad. You shouldn't have to open your mouth to rub your eye. That's a sign of a president. that you can keep your mouth closed and still scratch yourself. Jesus Christ. What? Did anybody watch this bullshit on closed captioning? What would that look like? Jesus. You would need 10 people on the fucking case to figure out what somebody was saying. Those swells. Hey, Chris, can you text Liz or something? Or does it work like that in the behind the scenes? They do the debates, and then they have an analysis, and I'm like, what the fuck are you going to be able to analyze? You know, I picture them going, Sarah, what do you think? And somebody goes, and Sarah goes, what? I don't know. You saw it. What? Somebody would start, Biden, for example, because that's who I'm focusing on more. He'd be like, okay, number one, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, don't start doing numbers. You're going to get lost. Big time. Trying to make jokes about golf. And Biden tries to bring up, oh, you know what, Trump, you don't think he lies? He lies about his height and weight, but he's stuttering and stammering all over it. He says he's 160, 40, 150, 40 pounds. So shut the fuck up! I was not depressed the way people get depressed where you got to hide in bed, but man, I was fucking depressed. Man, I was so fucking sad. That was the most sickening. What do you guys think? Is it too late to throw somebody in there? Trump saying, or Biden saying, you know what? Yes, I understand I'm older and maybe I don't debate so good, but I can do this job. There's no, other people are doing the job, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But there's no way you're meeting world leaders and having a fucking conversation. Oh my God. Oh my God. Those are my thoughts. All right. Anyways, you know what? I wanted to talk to Liz today. That's the goddamn truth. Liz, I was just staring at Liz. To May. Oh, well. I'm going to figure out what's going on with this. Sorry, guys, for all the fucking hassle. I'm going to stop this stream for now. Apologize to May. And try not to slice wrists. Love to all of you. We'll figure this shit out. All right?